there's a lot to be said about how those groups have served as pawns of U.S. foreign policy for a very, very long time. I mean, the CIA was working with Antifa groups in Syria. If you just look up Antifa, Syria, Operation Timber Sycamore, you're looking for crazy people. When you are trying to start a revolution, you need bodies in the streets, and you need people who are willing to take big risks, who are willing to get arrested. I mean, I'm literally just reciting to you right now the U.S. Institute of Peace call to arms. I mean, they literally have videos on my X accounts of their own civil resistance guidebooks, 300-page guidebooks on how to plan a revolution. They have an online video series with 170 videos about how to do this. This is funded by us, the taxpayers. They explicitly say, we train people to get arrested. We look at the different protest movement demographics by their risk tolerance. And we need most younger people have a higher risk tolerance. And people who are unemployed or people who are on drugs or people who are criminals or people who are transgender tend to have a much higher risk tolerance. They have oftentimes a very serious hatred of a government that they feel not included by or not representative of. They feel like in the event of a revolution, their lives would be dramatically better because they would get to set the terms of what's normative or not in society. And so they are easily poached, they're easily bought, they're easily radicalized. Just giving out money in Haiti to LGBT groups, just give them out, just literally. I mean, one of the State Department grants that I showed was in the Caribbean, and the name of the grant was just being LGBT, just money for that. I've talked for years about how the transgender population is disproportionately sought after by the State Department and by intelligence-linked NGOs because they are the frontline radicals who are often very quick to be the frontline muscle to take to the streets against governments. When I look at how those are used in armed revolutions in the past 10 years, look at something like Pussy Riot, which was working on the same kind of, LGBT kind of gender fluid type. This is funded by USAID. The lead singer is appearing at the State Department at the podium with Tony Blinken and actively, deliberately fomenting riots on the streets of Russia. This is what ended up getting USAID kicked out of Russia, I should note, under Barack Obama when they tried to do this left-wing sexual profanity riots. I mean, it's in the name. The name of the group was Pussy Riot. Anyone who's been in the operations side of CIA or anyone who's been in the political affairs division of state, crazies are very, very, very useful. They are party starters. They start the spark. They have a lot of energy. You get enough of them together, you got a protest movement, and oftentimes because they're crazy, they're not able to hold down a regular job. So NGO grant money goes a long, long way because it's their alternative to being homeless or being in a very desperate state. And so they're very loyal in that sense as well.